Online spaces are built for creativity. People share characters, stories, and ideas across platforms like Scratch, YouTube, and many others. But sometimes what starts as a small disagreement between creators and fans can slowly grow into something a lot more serious. And worse, harmful. This video is about It usually begins with something small. A creator sets boundaries around their original characters or work. They may not want certain types of fan content, or they may feel uncomfortable with how their creations are being used. On the other side, another user may not fully understand those boundaries. They might create fan-made content or experiment with ideas, sometimes even privately, without intending harm. At this stage, the situation is still solvable. From a message to a clarification, from a clarification to a takedown request. In many cases, that's enough, and the situation's solved. In many online communities, creators set boundaries around their work, especially when it involves original characters or stories. Sometimes those boundaries are crossed unintentionally, especially by younger or less experienced users who don't fully understand how rules or permissions work yet. When that happens, it's normal for creators to feel frustrated or uncomfortable. Boundaries matter. But how those boundaries are communicated is important too. Sometimes the content is removed. The situation appears to be resolved publicly, but emotionally, the conflict doesn't always end there. Instead of letting the situation go, it can get revisited. It was discussed again, remembered again, or reframed through frustration or disappointment. And this is where things begin to shift, because now the conflict is no longer just between two people. Once a situation becomes visible to a wider audience, it changes something. Friends, fans, and community members begin reacting. Some feel protective of the creator, others feel angry on their behalf, and some simply join in without fully understanding the full context. At this stage, emotions start spreading faster than facts. And with every new comment or post, the situation becomes more awful. People begin suggesting stronger actions, such as reporting accounts, removing content permanently, or finding ways to punish the person involved. Even when no one explicitly intends harm, repeated negative discussion can create pressure that pushes others toward extreme ideas. And once that starts, the conflict becomes more problematic. It no longer needs the original situation to continue, all because the community keeps it alive. A healthy moment in an online drama is knowing when to stop. Healthy responses like saying your boundaries once clearly, using proper reporting systems privately if needed, and disengaging after. But when the situation continues to be discussed publicly, especially in emotional or mocking ways, it can shift from accountability into something closer to public shaming. For the person who receives this, this can become overwhelming. Even if they apologized or moved on, repeated attention, comments, and actions can make it feel like they are not allowed to grow or change. Online spaces can enhance this effect quickly, especially when multiple people participate in the same timeline. And over time, that can affect confidence, creativity, and the sad part, mental health. Online drama like this only comes from misunderstanding. Some are bad intentions, some are not. But it is also the part where everyone has responsibility for how far a conflict can go. If the situation is solved and they are now on good terms, move on. Hi, this is Mendoza, making a documentary about certain things like this, and I am signing off.